Can a MONAI 2D medical image classification model run on an ordinary Ubuntu Linux laptop without an NVIDIA GPU? Let me know in the comments section. In this series, I am revisiting a MONAI experiment that I ran on my own CPU-only Ubuntu Linux laptop. This is the Ubuntu Linux environment that I used for my MONAI experiments. I am now launching the Jupyter Notebook containing the 2D medical image classification model based on the MONAI MedNIST tutorial. At this point, I am not starting a new training run. What you are about to see is the notebook and the results from an experiment that I actually ran in May 2026. I am revisiting the notebook so that I can walk you through exactly what I did and what happened when I trained this model on a CPU-only laptop. For this experiment, I used an Ubuntu Linux laptop with an Intel Core i7 processor and no NVIDIA GPU. I configured the training to run for 2 epochs and used 2 workers for loading the data. At the time, my goal was not to run the longest or most powerful training experiment possible. I wanted to see what I could actually do with the hardware available to me. The training began with epoch 1 of 2. During this first epoch, the model processed 96 training batches. You can see the training loss generally decreasing as the model processed the batches. At the end of the first epoch, the average training loss was approximately 1.10. The model achieved an AUC of 0.9937 and an accuracy of approximately 92.67%. The second epoch then began. By this point, the training loss was generally lower than during the first epoch. By the end of the second epoch, the average training loss had decreased to approximately 0.44. The AUC increased to 0.9976 and the accuracy approximately 96.58%. The training completed with a best AUC of 0.9976 at epoch 2. So this was the result of a 2-epoch training experiment running on my CPU-only Ubuntu Linux laptop. Again, this was not a powerful GPU workstation. This was my own resource-limited Ubuntu Linux laptop. In this experiment, I used only 2 epochs. In a future video, I am going to run this training process again. This time, I will change the number of epochs from 2 to 4. I want to see how long the training takes on the same CPU-only laptop and how the results compare with the 2-epoch experiment. In the next video, I will show you exactly where in the code I configured the system to use the CPU instead of CUDA and an NVIDIA GPU. After that, I will show you how I worked with the image files locally, how I configured the data loading workers, and how the training process works. We will also look at the graphs and the results produced by the model. This is MONAI on a CPU-only Linux laptop. See you in the next one.